Personal growth is one thing, but what about transforming your life into the best version of you? And that requires something more than just a catchy slogan or name. It requires tools, not just for your mind, but also for your heart and your spirit too. It's about learning how to truly love and value yourself so that you can break free from seeking validation, acceptance, and approval from other people, and so that you can truly shine your brightest. That's what this podcast is all about. Welcome to you. My name is D. Grant Smith, and this is the Growth Farming Podcast. It's right here where I show you how to grow your best life, healthy and vibrant relationships. That's what growth farming is all about. And I am so happy and excited that you are here with me today. On this podcast, we learn and practice how to treat our hearts and our minds like a garden so that we can truly grow not just success, but love and abundance and happiness from within in every area of our lives. Are you ready? Awesome. Winner. Let's go. Today we are going to talk about meditation and why it is essential to living your best life. We're also going to talk about how you can use meditation daily so that you can have everything. Yeah, no hyperbole there. Yeah, everything. And by that, I'm talking about stuff like inner peace and clarity and direction for where to go and what next steps to take. Also, inner healing, inner strength, confidence, peace, connection with God, better relationships, and a whole lot more. On the last episode, and episode 4, I shared with you about the power of journaling to completely transform your life. And it's part of what I'm putting together here called the Essential Growth Farming Toolkit. It's the essential tools that I use in my own personal journey and tools that I teach more in depth and with more detail and accountability and follow through in my private coaching practice. It's all about self-love. And I'm going to share a little bit with you about what my meditation process looks like, just like I shared with you what my journal practice looked like in the previous episode. So let's start with an understanding of terms, shall we? When you hear people say meditation, just the word meditation, what do you think? Many people get off on this. So if you're not someone that is used to practicing meditation, or you've heard it, but you're like, that seems kind of hippy-dippy or kind of woo-woo, and so you kind of stay away from it. Has that been your experience? It was for me for a really long time. I grew up in church in the Southeast, Alabama and Texas primarily. And I was told by a whole lot of people, preachers and Sunday school teachers and school teachers, and even my parents, I think, a bunch of stuff about meditation that really just isn't true. They would say that meditation was something that the quote unquote new age people do, and that's not how you're supposed to connect with God. Well, some of these teachers and influencers would tell me that meditation was really more of a mystical thing that a good church-going, straight-laced person should shy away from. Well, I used to be that straight-laced, church-goey person, and I was afraid of coloring outside of the lines or breaking the rules or doing anything outside of what my teachers and my mentors and my parents told me I was supposed to do. I was afraid of punishment, but really, I was afraid of being judged, and I was afraid of being an outsider. And if that's been a part of your story too, hey, it's okay. You're in good company. But let's get to the brass tacks of what meditation really is and how the things that we were taught about it growing up, if you were like me anyways, is absolute junk. Because here's the thing. True, real meditation is none of the stuff that I was taught growing up. Actually, meditation is simply prayer in its purest form. It's quieting the overthinking and overanalyzing mind so that we can get centered, we can connect with our true selves. We can connect with our spiritual well-being, our soul in a sense. And we can really connect and have a strong interaction joining with the divine. And you can call the divine whatever you want to. You can call the divine God or source or the universe. Doesn't really matter. My name for God is Almighty Love. Meditation is one of the best ways that I have found to connect myself with this infinite and all-powerful source of love and beauty and holiness. Why? Well, because I have been a perpetual overthinker for most of my life. Can you relate to that? I've learned that overthinking is not a punishment and it's also not a weakness. It's actually a byproduct of having really heightened creativity. So if you are a super creative person, like I believe I am, then maybe you have spent a good bit of time overthinking too. And maybe you're overthinking not just about the serious stuff, but you're thinking about everything. You are overthinking about everything, both personally and professionally, right? What kinds of overthinking am I talking about? Well, here are a few of what most of us overthinkers typically struggle with. I'll just rattle off a handful for you, okay? What people think about you, i.e. their opinion of you, how to make something work, what you need to do to quote unquote figure out a problem or a solution to make the thing work that you couldn't figure out before, that you were asking questions about. Also, whether or not that one thing that you said last Thursday to that one friend that you have, or that one interaction that you had and the way that you looked at this person, is that why they're acting differently and treating me kind of funny than they did the day before? And on and on and on. Now, your mind is a creation machine. That's a part of its function and job. And in the creation machine, sometimes, actually oftentimes for those of us that are really creative and have a tendency to overthink, the mind creates all kinds of stories that we tell ourselves that create all kinds of imbalances in the way we perceive ourselves and the way we perceive other people. It's why the mind can get in our way and actually become an obstacle for our own growth and well-being instead of a resource. Here's the thing. What you think about is what you create. Sometimes when the overthinking part of our brain kicks into high gear, the mind goes into this place where it just focuses on problems, not solutions. It just keys in on the problem. And then from doing this and making this the only thing that the mind can see, it creates stress and tension and worry and doubt and a whole bunch of other stuff we don't want. And all of these contribute to growing more fear, growing it within your mind garden. So consider fearful thoughts to be like weeds or thorns that choke out the good stuff that you actually want to grow and experience more of. So what do we do about this stuff? Well, let's come back to the subject of today's episode, which is meditation. Meditation is the ultimate gardening trowel that releases and cuts away the fear inside your mind so that you can connect with the limitless potential that is already inside of you through your connection with God. And one of the best parts about meditation is it's really, really simple. Simple, yes. Easy, actually, it kind of is. It's kind of like riding a bike. It can take practice the first several times that you're just starting out, but once you get it, you get it. It's kind of like those 3D pictures that look like a bunch of different colors and pixels that are just splattered on a canvas. And if you look at it the first time, you're like, what the heck is this thing? Once you train your eye to look at it and then release, to focus and then let your sight get blurry, suddenly a picture emerges and it's really clear. Once you train your eye to do it, it becomes natural. The same is true with our minds and meditation. So what are some secrets to actually quieting the mind so that meditation will actually work? Here's the thing. What's great about meditation, and really all of the pieces of this essential growth farming toolkit that I'm putting together for you, is it's really, really simple. All you have to do is breathe and connect with your heart and your spirit and your body. And after you focus your attention on breathing into your heart, and then shifting to breathing into your spirit, and then shifting to breathe into your body, and you bring these three parts of yourself into harmony with each other, then you bring your mind into the equation. And that sequence is really the key. Now, there are all sorts of beautiful creations that have actually come to me just from doing a simple meditative practice. Not only beautiful creations, but peace. Limitless, beautiful, amazing, succulent peace. How would having a calm mind and more peace in your life feel for you right now? If you want to experience the fullness of meditation, and if you want to learn directly from me, I invite you to join my 21 Days to Be the Peace training course. I'll provide the link for it in the description box, all right? Or you can message me simply dgrant@dgrantsmith.com, and I'll give you all the details. So here's one of the key points to meditation and how to make it really work well. Breath work. Ever heard that word before? If you haven't, it's just the simple practice of breathing during meditation. And it's actually one of the keys to really making meditation the transformational powerhouse and resource that it is. Here's the thing about meditation. You can learn how to do it with some very, very basic training. And let's just do a little bit of that right now. I'll tell you the nitty-gritty basic details so that you can begin practicing meditation today. All you need to do is find a place where you can just sit quietly and breathe. It's really that simple. Now, that latter part, the just breathing part, that's harder for some people who maybe haven't done much meditation. And if that's you, it's okay. We're going to work on this real quickly together. If you have done meditation before and you want to advance your meditative practice, I'm going to give you some simple tools that will allow you to do that as well. So here's just a little bit of insight into how to make meditation simple for you, all right? I personally have used guided meditations to lead me through a meditative journey. That way, I am not always necessarily trying to get myself into a place where the meditation works. There's a lot of really great guided meditations that are available out there. Actually, that's one big key part to my 21-day meditation course. I provide the guided meditations for you, and I show you how to connect with your heart garden and gain peace from within. Guided meditations make this really easy, all right? And when something is incredibly beneficial, and it's also really simple, and it's also really easy, it's almost impossible to not want to do it, right? So here's how to get centered, how to get yourself in alignment with yourself through meditation. This leads to a stronger connection that you have with you. Self-love is about you honoring and loving yourself, which is ultimately about connecting more with yourself. And in doing this process, you bring yourself into alignment. What that means is you get your heart and your mind and your spirit and your body, all four parts of you, to operate on the same page at the same time. Alignment is the key. for you to create the life of your dreams. And staying consistent in this process as it unfolds around you, instead of trying to be in control of the process. One of the awesome things about meditation is it's also about releasing and letting go. One of the things that our overthinking mind does is it gets in our own way because it tries to figure everything out. But meditation allows us to surrender the culmination of ideas and the fulfillment of our desires to our higher power. Meditation has been one of the biggest keys for me in letting go of stress, changing my self-concept, which simply means how I see and view myself, embracing the love that I am, and actually embracing the love that you are too, and healing my heart from heartbreak and pain. It's also the one main vessel of transformation that every single one of my private coaching clients have said has been the most beneficial in their journey. So, how can you utilize the power of meditation right now? Let me just tell you how you can make meditation work for you today. Are you ready? Okay. First, give yourself 5 to 10 minutes of quiet and alone time. This means no distractions, no phone, no social media. You can do it. I believe in you. Go somewhere quiet and by yourself. Sit upright, close your eyes, and breathe. I'm going to teach you a short, simple box breathing technique. All right. This is simple breath work. I want you to focus only on breathing. Inhale to a count of 4, then hold your breath for a count of 4. Exhale to a count of 4, and then keep all the air out of your lungs for another count of 4. So total, that's 16 seconds. Okay. Let's do this together real quick. Just the two of us. All right. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And keep still. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now go back to breathing in, holding your breath, breathing out, and keeping all that air out. Counts of 4 seconds. If you can do that just for 2 minutes, I can promise you this, your mind will feel calm. All you do is focus on breathing. And one of the cool things about the counting is it gets your mind focused on just the counting, which means that your mind has a much harder time thinking about anything else, which eradicates overthinking. So just repeat this simple box breathing technique and this simple breath work exercise, and you are already well on your way to making meditation a simple and regular part of your day. Now, after you do about 2 minutes of this 4-step, 4-second box breathing technique, you can go back to breathing at a normal pace, but try to take bigger breaths and breathe all the way out, and try to breathe slowly, not quick, short, shallow breaths. One of the awesome things for your body about doing this breath work is you are giving your body the number one thing that it needs the most to just maintain homeostasis, and that is oxygen. All right? Again, make your breathing slow, focus only on breathing. If a thought comes in, it's okay. Imagine that the thought is a balloon, and then just release the thought, let the balloon float away. Go back and get centered again. Now, after a few moments of just breathing in, put your focus on the middle of your chest. Focus on your heart. And imagine that as you breathe in, you are breathing light in, and you are breathing love in, and you're breathing it into your heart. Fill your heart up with love. And let your inhale be breathing in love. And let your exhale be releasing everything that is not love, everything that is not serving you. You'll likely feel some kind of sensation in your body. Maybe that's a warm, tingly feeling, or you might feel a cool flow through part of your body. That's really cool. That's good. Just let these feelings, as you feel them, flow throughout your body. And if you want to say, I'm breathing in love, I'm breathing out and releasing everything not serving me, do that for 5 to 10 minutes. After at least 5 minutes of this, I promise you, you're going to feel refreshed and you're going to feel calm. And you're also going to feel grateful for giving yourself that kind of time and that kind of focus and that kind of attention. Ultimately, meditation is a practice of self-love. One of the things that can make meditation seem really strange is when we see pictures or videos of people that are meditating and they're also burning stuff like lighting sage, or maybe they're holding some pose where their legs are crossed or they're standing on one foot and they've got one leg on their knee and they've got some sort of pose thing that they're doing while they meditate, or they've got some rocks and crystals and stuff, and maybe you don't understand all kinds of things about that. It's okay. I don't either. I actually don't know much about the burning of the sage or the different poses that you can do when you're practicing yoga and doing meditation, or putting different kinds of crystals around to amplify peace and amplify all kinds of different energy. Hey, if you know that stuff and that's what you do, awesome. I don't personally know how to do that stuff. And that's not what I'm going to teach here or talk about because, again, I don't know it. So if you are wondering that you needed anything other than just having alone time and a quiet space to meditate, don't worry about it. Quiet alone time, that's all I use. And it works for me every single time. Now, maybe this seems like something that might be a little too much for you to try and do on your own. And if that's the case, it's okay. It was hard for me, honestly, when I started first getting into meditation about 4 years ago. But I needed to have something to calm my mind and really to calm my body and also calm my heart. So I got help in learning how to meditate. And I'm here to help you too. So if you want to learn more about meditation and you want some help, maybe even some guided meditation, and you want more of the essential growth farming toolkit all in one place, which includes journaling and breath work and mindfulness and awareness and meditation, I've got just the thing for you. It's my online training program where you can gain peace by learning how to become the peace by growing it from within in just 21 days. It's called the 21 Days to Be the Peace training program. And it is a combination of an online course with some private work that you and I do together in guided meditation. Actually, what I'm going to do is put together a customized meditation just for you based on whatever it is in your life that you want to heal from or grow into or transform in. Once again, it's called the 21 Days to Be the Peace course. And I have it available on my website at dgrantsmith.com. Actually, I also have a way for you to get 25% off. All you have to do is email me, dgrant@dgrantsmith.com, and say, dude, I want this course. I want to learn how to meditate with you. And you promised me 25% off. Totally give it to you. All right. So email me, dgrant@dgrantsmith.com. Cool? Excellent. Meditation. It's a simple practice, but it can take a little bit of time to learn how to actually integrate it into your life. Really, meditation is all about self-love. It's not about woo-woo stuff. It's not about doing a bunch of chants and things that don't seem to make any sense, but it really is a way to get out of our own heads and get out of our own way. Because you building a solid relationship with yourself is actually the most important relationship that you will ever have. Your relationship with yourself influences your relationship and your connection that you have with God. It also influences the relationships that you have with every other person in your life. And it all comes from the love that you plant and you cultivate and you grow from within yourself. And that's why I'm here, to help you grow love through peace and joy and fulfillment and abundance in every area of your life. There's a lot of ways that you can connect with me, and you can get even more resources other than what I've shared with you here. I encourage you to do just that, including grabbing my new book, which is Be Solid, How to Go Through Hell and Come Out Whole, where I talk in depth, not only about meditation, but also about the other things that I provide as a resource to you in growing in self-love. Once again, that's in my book, Be Solid, How to Go Through Hell and Come Out Whole, which you can get right now for less than a bus ticket or even a movie ticket. All you have to do is go to framework.besolidbook.com, grab the book plus 5 other awesome resources. Dude, what are you waiting for? Go grab it right now. All right. Hey, let me ask you a question. Did you enjoy or like this episode even just a little bit? Good. I have one more request for you. Please share this episode so that more people can use this meditation training and these resources and tools that are provided here on this podcast. Plus, it helps me be able to do more of what I love. So thank you. I appreciate you. Until next time, I am your friend, D. Grant, otherwise known as Vitamin D. Grant, and I am sending you rays of light and love from my heart right here on the Growth Farming Podcast. I believe in you, I love you, and I will see you soon.